Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzel. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. This is my Good Grips OXO Omelette Turning Flip and Fold Spatula and my 18 by 24 inch canvas. It's triple primed. They're just artist loft from Michaels. I have no specific plan other than to make some chunky marks with colors, but I thought I might do something a little different by adding some gold when I start. My plan includes Rhapsody Rose and some alizarin rose. Together at first, which may or may not be a good idea. We'll find out shortly. And anything else that strikes my fancy to add. Wasn't sure how the gold would work, and it really does not matter to me because at the start, anything goes. I think it might still be interesting. It might be very interesting. Now, I really intended on solid colors, and I didn't do that. But I do want thin coatings of colors, so I have a chance to come back sooner than later. And I'm going to use Whispering Wisteria let's take some of this color and put it right on the edge. And maybe even wipe it off. I don't mind if there's a little bit there. I think I'm going to use some periwinkle. Along with that. I thought I might use some black down the line. I think more. Whispering Wisteria is in order. See if I can grab some blue velvet. Some frozen amethyst. I wonder how different that's going to be from the other two purples. This is not bright enough over here for me. I'm thinking about putting some orange in there. In order to do that, I'm going to have to switch spatulas, I think. I'm also inclined to just keep following my instincts. And at this point, that means some dancing fuchsia. That I should have shaken. No matter how many times I try to put a solid color down, I just can't help myself. I just have to mix colors. Now, clean spatula might help. I don't know. I've got, at least there's a layer of paint below it. I have to mix it right on the canvas in order to get it to work. Alright, so I've definitely got some orange, which just makes me want some yellow. Which I'm going to assume is probably Tuscan Sun. And may disappear entirely in a second. See how far I can make it go. I am still thinking about using some black. I'm going to use a silicone rubber brush. Rescue whatever colors I can. Right off my spatula. Use my gold any way I want. Now I've got blue down there. What am I going to do? I think it's saffron. Which is basically just red-orange. And I'm looking at the neon pink and thinking about the Miami magenta. But I've got tickled pink too. I'm going to try the Miami magenta. Pulled out some Big Apple and some Crimson Lust with Holly Berry in it. And I really wouldn't mind if this were a lot of reds. I still have color left on my spatula. I'm still thinking about the black. And I've got paint I don't want to waste. I'm going to take the yellow I'm going to throw that spatula in the bucket. So the paint doesn't dry on it. And what was I talking about? I was talking about frozen amethyst, but what I've got is African violet, which hopefully will dry as beautifully as it used to before I added a bunch of fluid art fluid. Another clean spatula. I'm feeling blue. It's coming down to it. I like those marks. I don't know if I can make myself keep them, but I like them. I think I'm going to put a dot more blue velvet and maybe leave that right out. want to get those lines out of there. Okay, so now definitely feeling blue, but I'm also feeling it's not impossible. I might want some midnight shadow. And I've got something called, if I can get some out, Perfect Indigo. Here's the Midnight Shadow. Something caught my eye. What was it? It wasn't Frozen. It was Blue Flame. Going for the Whispering Wisteria again. What does it feel like to want? I want a bottle that's open. I got it. Cool. That is Oriental Blue. And I need a new spatula. Hopefully that paint will stay there, and I don't think it will. Maybe I can use it on something. Well, it looks like today's a big time multi-spatula day. That was kind of a cluster. I don't care for those colors at all. What am I going to put in there? I'm just going to get busy doing what I was doing. Hearing the call to some turquoise, but maybe it's going to be Royal Sapphire. Or maybe it'll be an afterthought, because it's looking like I'm not going to have room for more color right now. Not sure you can see all the way over where I'm working, so I'm sorry about that. Still feeling that turquoise. Wondering where, there we go, I got a scrape dish, which I needed desperately. I think I'm going to use the Whispering Wisteria again. use a little more Whispering Wisteria and come back. So I've still got some nice colors on my spatula, and that one needs to be cleaned up. Okay, now I need to figure out what to do with this. And I've got Cerulean C, which is a really nice choice. I'm thinking about combining a bunch of things. Make sure it's open. Sparkling Aqua is not what I want. Cyan Aqua might be. Mystique could be. Got a little smear, but I think I'll live. I don't know where this is all going to go. I'm going to give it a shot, because I can always cover it with black. That was the Cerulean C. This is what? This is the Cyan Aqua, which is very similar in color. And I'm going to grab a little bit of Frozen. And instead of the Royal Sapphire, I'm going to grab some Agave Blue. And in with this mix, I'm going to throw some purple. What purple will it be? I think it will be Wild Orchid. Cross your fingers and hope for good things. Thought I had more rubber brushes handy, but I guess I used them. Alright, I said Dancing Fuchsia, and Dancing Fuchsia it shall be. Maybe. I know even if it takes over, it'll be a beautiful blue. And I might want some of that right here. Trying not to be too much of a perfectionist. trying to use the paint that I see on my spatula. Now it's time to play a little bit. I was going to use Midnight Shadow, but I think I want some of this Perfect Indigo. I seem to have enough paint. I want some more periwinkle. I don't know if it'll show up or not, but I want it. I think whichever aqua it is, it's probably cyan. I want something in here. I'm thinking might be gold. It's time to clean off my spatula. Don't want all 5 of them in the bucket. I'm thinking tickled pink might mix well with the gold. I'm hoping so. I've got dark colored paint filaments on the edge of my spatula and I need to get them off. Who knows what's going to show up and what's going to disappear when it dries. I can't claim to. I want some of this turquoise right over here. I might want a little more of it, in fact. I don't want to steal too much and expose any canvas though. Alright, that's pretty cool. It's going to wait for another layer, I believe. Although I do have a little bit of this dark blue color in my dish that I can use. There, I like that. Definitely want some more gold in this groove down here though. I certainly could use some white. I so wish I could control those cells. I love the cells that I've got mixed in with the Whispering Wisteria. I keep seeing places I don't have full coverage with the gold, and I want it. And I could just leave the line. I could add black lines too. I keep thinking about the black. I want to add some black, but I don't know how much time I've got left. I've got a few minutes, and the black is open. Couple of days, and I'm thinking of putting a little bit of dazzling white right into a dish. This is obviously dry. I don't know how much paint I need or how much I want to add at all. I should have a damp paper towel handy, but I wanted to try put some dots in and smear those, but I think I'd rather start this way. To tell you the truth. Because I only want a little bit of highlight. I don't want to drown out my colors. And I think it's going to work. I hope so anyway. It might add some dimensionality. I think it will, to tell you the truth. Since I haven't really done a whole lot of investigation, this is it. This is my experiment. And I like the little shapes it's giving me. I'm just going to keep going around and around. I might even grab a clean spatula, so I have one to dab with, one to spread with. I thought I might use some frosted berry, but I like what I've got, so I don't think I'm going to go that direction. Yeah, I really do like the way this looks. It's subtle but also dramatic. I think I can just go around the whole piece and do it. I might even decide to fast forward. Just adds a little bit of shimmer. Decided to clean off the spatula that I was adding the white with before it got tacky, before the paint got sticky. I don't know how many times I could do this, but I think I could do it a lot more than once. And heavier in places than other places. And maybe even leave some lines like that. Have I hit everything? I think I have. Doesn't mean that I'm done though, because I really like how that white looks. And I'm thinking I might want to risk adding some actual lines. I want to grab my nail art tool. So I can at least drag the tendrily bottom out. Try not to leave a split mark, but I don't think it'll be the end of the world if I do. I wonder what fingers do. I like the way what happens with fingers actually. I need a little bit more and then I'm going to call it good, I think. That one was just asking for it because it already had a white line from canvas. Got a black fleck. Oh, that drives me nuts. I don't know. I'll have to give myself till tomorrow to decide. I suppose if I really didn't like things as much as I thought I was going to, I could always add more gold or more black or whatever seems right at the moment. taking chances. Gotta take some risks sometimes to find out what you really like. That might have been a good mark. That might have added some balance I like. Almost. I'm almost there, I can tell. Yay. I think that was it. Yep, I'm happy with that now. It's dramatic. We'll see how it dries. And I'll do a shimmer tomorrow. Yep. I had to stick my toe in slowly. I think I can flick that fleck of black off with a knife. And nobody's really going to notice it except for me anyway. Alright, I'll see you guys. Thanks for stopping. Hope you come again. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.